Okay. Out here. Hello, hello. Mic check. Looks good. Hello, Arsa.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, let me turn you down just a little bit. Okay, hopefully that's better. Okay, and I gotta send you the video link.
Okay, I can see you looking at my spreadsheet.
Forgot to open.
Hmm.
So all wins pretty much, except for one game.
Well, this week, yeah, except for the one loss. Um, let's see. Actually, you've got 2 weeks you can look at. And Ben reviewed 2 games from last week, and I'm saving him the Holonomi game for Saturday because I have something with him on Saturday. But other than that, you've got 7 games you can look at.
Okay, okay. Okay, so last time,
I did the problems.
uh, attacking is not small. It is still good to attack even if it's going to live. We talked about attacking as usual. Points in the center, and then go problems. Okay.
Right.
So you mentioned that you might want to try games today. When did you
Well,
want to do
you know
that?
what? It isn't necessary because I have enough stuff to look at.
Okay.
I was thinking, I was thinking about games like if I was going to be doing more lessons
Mm-hmm.
and, only having 1 week of stuff we might want to like skip into something else sometimes. But we've got 2 weeks worth of stuff to look at.
Okay.
Okay, now this is interesting because I play with Igaru quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he does win on occasion, and he did win this one. And we played again the following day, and that is the last game that's in the week. And I did manage to win that one. But yeah, he got me this time.
Okay. I wonder if this is bigger. Obviously, you should have played here.
Oh, yeah, it's so obvious. I would have been accused of playing a flying stone, I believe.
Yeah. It's negative 0.1 to negative 0.3. So pretty close, but I think the enclosure is a little bit bigger. So I want to say the idea behind this is it serves as a ladder breaker while also developing your position.
Hmm.
So it's just unnecessarily AI.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of playing games, I think I'm committing to playing 1,000 games before Congress.
Now that's a that's a good idea. That's a lot of games.
It is a lot of games. It definitely is a lot of games, but I gotta focus more on marketing Semago Dragon more. And also, I have both Congresses in Europe and the AGA Congress.
You're going to Europe?
No, 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 no. But they are both reaching out to me for sponsorships.
Oh,
So
okay.
they want me to advertise. They're both reaching out separately, by the way. It's kind of funny. They
Yeah.
both are reaching out to me to schedule meetings, and they want me to advertise Go Congress. And I'm like, the best thing that I can think of is to play 1,000 games in preparation for Congress. That will let people know throughout the year that Congress is a thing while I'm playing the 1,000 games. And then
Right.
if I
And
promote
yeah.
Semago Dragon while I'm doing it, I think it'll be good. And
Yeah,
then
that's good.
addition to that, I will hopefully get back into practice, which will be good for my teaching as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
is a commitment that I am trying to
Are
make.
you planning to go to the US Congress in Austin?
Yes, that is the plan.
Okay. All right. I'm still on the fence about Austin. I have not decided yes or no yet. I'm leaning more towards no, but that could change.
I thought you went to every Congress.
I no, I haven't been to every Congress since 1997. I have missed about a handful of Congresses, and so I just don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Well, I don't think you're going to make a decision that you won't change your mind on 4 times
Well,
before
I can tell
Congress.
you, I can tell you that the main deciding factor in me not going to Austin is that there are not hotels within walking distance, and I'm not interested in staying on campus. And I'm not
Oh,
interested
there's
in renting. I'm
not?
not interested in renting a car.
Oh, that's very interesting that they got somewhere that's not next to a hotel.
No, and like whether I would go would really depend on whether or not there would be daily shuttles from
Well, there's always
hotel.
Uber.
Yeah, that's true, but I've never really used Uber. I've used taxis, but just to get to and from airports.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
basically the same as a taxi. It's an on-call taxi, just modern
yeah,
taxi.
right,
Um,
right.
yeah, I would say if you're willing to Uber, then
Yeah, but the
that's pretty
thing is
easy.
though, but if you stay
Oh,
in a
the car
hotel,
really showed up.
if you stay in a hotel and then you Uber every day back and forth, well, that's a big cost on top of your hotel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But it is a solution. Like if the money factor is not a factor, then it is a solution that can
yeah.
give
I
you
think that
a way to get there and back.
the real issue is, am I willing to skip a Congress? If I'm willing to skip a Congress, well, this is the one to skip.
Probably. For me, it was last year for sure. Last year was just too far for me. Okay, so
Well,
both of you are
I
playing.
spent a load of money on the last year. It was very, very expensive.
Yeah, that's one thing about Congress is it is not cheap. Okay. Both of you are playing very old-fashioned thus far. Very basic so far. Like this is a slow move, but
Yeah.
I don't really
So did
see
you
any.
say Igaru's here?
Mhm.
Oh, great. Good.
Reviewing without me again.
So there's 2 games we can do for Figaro. So we probably ought to do the second one right after this before we do anything else.
Okay. It's very boring board. I want to attack something.
Well,
It's hard to attack. That is a move I wouldn't have thought of. I guess it's because white has a cutting
oh,
point,
the cut. Yeah, I was looking at that cut,
and then this
and
is a big move.
if I recall correctly, I think I did go back and fix it eventually.
I will say I do
Um,
want this kick. This kick is very nice to have. Because it gives you at least half the corner, and then it opens up invasion possibilities in the future.
mhm.
Up top, maybe you could have also chosen attach.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty simple, I think. This is super flat. Yeah, you got to develop them. You can't just make territory. This is way too slow. It's your
So
little two space thing.
P6.
Sure. I don't really have a good idea of what to do. Like, obviously, you can fix the cutting point. But I think shoulder hits or capping moves is probably maybe like that. It's probably along the right idea, but I think the idea is build up the bottom. I think if we come up with that, it should be okay. But this is far too slow. This one, I guess it's fine. Ah, both of you. This two-space jump thing to take territory is really slow. We gotta develop. Tapping moves. Shoulder cutting right here for black is definitely interesting. So I think this is probably where the key is.
Mm-hmm.
Because both sides want to attack something, but white's the only one with a cutting point.
Right.
Yeah, these two space jumps are slow. This might be okay, because we're building up this while limiting this.
Yeah. I mean, I know that the bottom is bigger than the top. So perhaps I should be building the bottom instead of the top. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a difficult board. I think as long as you're developing something, it should be fine. So I don't hate this move.
This game goes terribly wrong for me, but
You could attach.
it happens. Yeah, that would have been good.
I think you don't use attachments very much, right?
No, I do not. And actually, Ben has encouraged me uh, to use an attachment on the 3-4 to avoid a pincer that one of our BenQ League players likes to do. And I haven't had the opportunity to do it yet because, well, against him, but I think I used it in one of the games in the last 2 weeks.
One more move here.
Okay.
Because it's double Sente. Okay, now we have a target. Attack. Cap, probably cap.
Really? So not to respond directly to the shoulder hit?
We need to be on the outside during the fight. So I'm debating if I could do that first and then go here. Or maybe...
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe like that.
That's nice.
But we need to attack something. We're never going to win if we don't attack something.
So then those two stones you played on the left, like Ben sometimes refers to them as like eggs against the wall.
It's a leaning attack.
Yeah, it's a leaning attack. But like those two stones, they've kind of served their purpose already, right?
Pretty much.
So that they individually are not necessarily important to save.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about saving them. They'll, like, we're in the middle of this. Not that. We're in the middle of this fight. If black goes right here, we're just going to go right here and give up those two stones in order to get this whole area. So black won't go after those. So yeah, they're not a group. They're just support stones. Ooh, black's going in. No, too defensive. Surround.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, defense first. I'm a big fan of defense first, so we're gonna say this one's okay because we are at single digit Q. So we're gonna say this one's okay. Cut is the only move. Cut is the only move. It has to be cut.
You know, when that position arose, I paused for a while and I thought about it, and I wanted to cut, but then I looked at all those black stones around, and I guess I could have done it.
Yeah, cut is the only move. AI is just getting some leaning attack in, but cut is like the only move. Ooh, defense first, AI. Interesting. The AI actually really likes defense first. They're just really fast at it. Locally, cut's the only move. So this is a big blunder by black. I wouldn't say a big blunder, but it's a blunder. And the reason for that is, as we know, when we are playing defense, when we're running, we want to play connected shapes, like one-point jumps, right? Or a no-beat. But if you play a Hane or a Knight's move, these have cutting points. You don't really have any problems, so it's okay for you to invest into a cutting stone.
Okay, so let's put a cutting stone there, and you know, let's see what might happen.
I really wish I had two stones over here.
Yeah, right.
Probably like this. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, right. But really, I've only gotten one stone out of that, maybe, and then I suppose I can reduce a little bit.
Igaru is DDK. I thought.
Don't be fooled by Igaru's DDK. Igaru.
Yeah, I thought this was a fake rank because you guys are in the BenQ League, so you're not playing rated games. Yeah. See,
Igaru can give me a game, so
this I call fake ranks. There's not enough information. 2 games a month, 3 games a month is that means your rank doesn't mean anything.
yeah, see, now if you look at my ranked games, you're not going to see anything except probably the NAOL and Go Magic games, which are pseudo-ranked because they do not contribute to the
I can't even
OGS
get my
rank.
mouse on it. There's so little. It's just one ranked game. I can't even get my mouse on it. Yeah. I really wish I could get you to play more ranked games. I know you're playing the
Well,
BenQ League, but I would love
you
to
know what?
have your
You
rating.
might be able to get me to play more ranked games now in 2025 because I am maybe going to stop. Well, I know for sure I'm going to stop focusing on
Fridgeville just subscribed
the
for
title
4
tournament,
months.
which has really consumed my Go attention for the past year. And that would leave me free to play games on OGS with random strangers.
You beat a 3Q?
Oh,
Oh,
that
hey.
was with it has a negative 65.5 Comey, but he beat me in an earlier week with that much negative Comey because he killed a group. And it's pretty much necessary to kill something.
Yeah.
With that much
65
negative
points.
Comey.
So you notice how black's on the outside and you're on the inside?
Mm-hmm.
This is what you don't want to happen. You want to be on the outside during fights.
Right.
Keep is fine. That's a powerful move. It's probably a good move. Uh-huh. No one's getting anything, though. No one's got anything yet.
Right. Yeah.
This is good because you're destroying this area, which black was building.
Yeah. That's what I figured. I figured as long as those stones on the F line live, then it's like makes that into like a lot of dame, I guess, instead of a territory.
So immediately we check the cut. It doesn't work. But immediately check the cut. So fun facts with the
Thought about that cut. I thought about it.
With the 1,000 Games to Go Congress, I made a new account because I wanted to have something that will keep track instead of having to like remember what to subtract and blah blah blah. So I made a new account on OGS and I started it. It started at like 2Q, I think. So I got to get some exposure to the 4Q to 1Q range on what they do wrong because I was playing them in serious games. One big thing that I'm seeing consistently is these cutting points I'm telling you about.
Right.
Basically, stuff like this. This goes all the way up until almost dawn level, apparently. But this is what loses the fights. It's just these blatant cuttable shapes. Like a Hane, a Knight's move, ignoring the cutting point when it's threatened. These very, I want to say obvious cuttable shapes, but they're like in the game and played by players up until like 3Q, I believe. Which is crazy to me to think about because that's like game deciding cutting points almost. But I'm finding that they're also making that mistake at the 4Q and 3Q level as well. So if you can master the cutting points, you're pretty much dawn level at fighting. What is this branch? Oh, that was me. This is slow. You're fixing the cutting point, right?
I assume so. I can't remember what I was thinking at the time. That makes sense.
Yeah, this is better. Now you have to watch your cutting points.
That's for sure.
No, I would jump. This sort of a
Yeah, I've added one more
two
cutting point. I
two.
know. I have been burned by that formation.
Yeah, it's a very common double digit Q pattern, actually. So when you
Right.
already have that and you realize that you're in it, you need to jump because
That's right.
that's too many cuts. So I don't know if anything works yet, but as black, I would be eyeing this. I would be waiting for a time. This is also fine because now we have influence. So I don't see how white could win because you don't have enough territory. So here's the big problem. Black got cash, cash, and cash.
Right.
But in the area you were supposed to get influence, you got cash and black got influence.
Right.
So because black got all the cash and influence, it's hard to say how you're going to win.
Yeah, it's already bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's already bad.
So here you have some cash, so it's not nothing. And you have influence. The problem is influence needs to attack something to become profit, and there's nothing to attack right here anymore.
Yeah.
And so this
And
kind of
and
cancels it out.
it does get worse. And so it's amazing that I only lost by 9.5, I think.
Yeah, I
So,
would say you're down by 10 to 15. 8.3. Yeah, I want to say it's more than this because the AI can play the center better. No, you need to fix. This is a actually. Mm, you're alive on the left and alive on the right. Let's attack.
well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Right. Okay, just for fun, take that stone away and see what AI says. Oh, AI wants the
Really, there
cut.
is a cut. And then if I go, oh, because you played this empty triangle,
And then I
you took a
can cut
liberty.
at J14, I
Okay,
guess, or
so
something.
black can't really
You
do
know,
anything
it's
here.
really funny how they want the cut and then they tanuki immediately to F2.
Well, the AI doesn't really
Oh,
care
no.
about everything being consistent. The AI is like, here's a cutting point right here that you gotta fix. Here's a cutting point right here that you gotta fix. Here's a cutting point over here that you gotta fix. Notice how this one fixes two cutting points. We're looking at two cutting points. Black is looking at this cutting point. Everything about this is cutting points. Everything the
Uh-huh.
AI is looking at is like the 4 or 5 cutting points on the board. This is
Okay.
why I said it's
Now,
like essential.
if there are cutting points, you figure AI is going to want to focus on them.
Yeah, so the big question is, do they work or not, right? If they work, you should attack it. Now, the AI obviously can read better than we can, so the AI can make things work a lot better than we can. But the fact that the AI is constantly looking at all these cutting points, I think, is good evidence that it's the basics, it's the fundamentals of attack and defense. It's these cutting points, and since there's cutting points everywhere, the AI is like having a field day trying to figure out which one's the biggest. So locally, the AI didn't even look local, but it looks like a 2-space cap that the AI wants. Locally, anyway.
Right.
Looks like it's the same value to do this. But it looks like cutting point here. Peep here is all. This one, you have to realize the AI is always fine to get. So this one is just whenever you want, you can do it. So you don't have to worry about that being like super urgent or anything. Cut here. There's a cut here. Black can connect and threaten the cut there, so it's kind of like free profit, basically. But I want to see what this does. What the heck is that? Okay, and that threatens this. This is double Atari. Oh, we're not going to respond to the double Atari? I guess Black's going to trade it.
So I guess AI thinks they can take the corner.
Yeah, but I'm ignoring this because I can't read that. So if I can't read it, then the AI is just going to be beyond me. And if it was my game, I would go over it. But if I can't read it, then there's no way like we're going to be able to apply this at this level.
No, of course not.
I'm more curious of the fact that the AI is willing to threaten this for this. That's a nice little calculation. That's complicated. This would normally be good if we're building that way, but we're not because of this thing
No.
here.
Right.
So we really need to cap. And remember, the capping move is one of our classy approach moves.
Right.
Is that Sente? Ooh, you ignored. Nice.
Yeah, I did. I didn't
Nice.
think it was Sente.
Yeah, because the R3 makes it a tiger's mouth.
Okay, now I'm a little more concerned.
Yeah, but look what Black's ignoring to do this.
True. I should have.
No, I don't
Okay.
hate, like I said, I don't hate defense first.
Okay. So now I'm connected, and there's 3 stones that I really ought to be able to capture, I think. But
No, capture would be a
May-
very strong statement. You should be able
Yeah,
to
okay.
attack it, though.
yes, that's true.
That is Gote. Oh, you fixed your cutting point. That doesn't fix it, though. Because... Oh, yeah, it does. Because we ladder it this way. I really want to cap it. I want to surround the weak group. Wow! 2 times now Black is ignoring this.
Yes.
The
well,
only
now-
way Black can fall behind is by this group getting attacked severely. And Black's ignoring the group to get more points, but Black's already ahead on points. Yeah, so I think ignoring weakness.
So J8. Oh, no, I played G8. So now at this point, after G8, okay, I really feel like I ought to be able to block
There's
it
an
off.
escape route right here.
Right,
So I think you need to do this one.
right.
This is where we have to get into the reading. There's, what, 6 moves to try?
Yeah.
And then you would just read which one can't be broken through. And that's where you get into the Smeggol Dragon Go problems, where you do nets, ladders, and squeezes and stuff. So you want to check this. Does this work? Da, 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 da. Maybe.
Well, that single stone might get the one that got cut off. My single stone that got cut off could probably get captured.
Faster than these 4?
I don't know. Well, the 4 have 4 liberties and the 2 have 3 liberties.
Not either. As long as you play something to surround, I think it's fine. This one I think is a little too far though, because this is this is the easy move.
And that's the move that was made. So now I'm in trouble because
No, you're not in
it's definitely
trouble.
well, it's definitely going to live, and I am behind at this point.
Now would be a great time to look at this cutting point. You could also start endgame. Endgame can catch you up. What is this? This looks like a hoping move. Like, I hope this this looks cool. If this works, it'll be so cool. But I don't think it was read through. That's the feeling I get. Does this connect everything?
I doubt it. I think I'm giving up 1 stone. So
Yeah, this is the response. Then it dies. There's no way for this stone to go anywhere.
okay, so that was a mistake,
Mhm.
and could have been the game.
I wouldn't say it could have been the game. That's too small. I think Black just shouldn't have played it. Also, Black's ignoring the weak group again. I feel like black should die for ignoring that group so many times. You didn't read this through.
No, that was like a total mind fart.
Yeah.
It was total mind fart.
You can just kill it, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah, black deserves to die. 3 Tanukis, it deserves death. You can't Tanuki something 3 times and expect it to live. Yeah, this one was a bit of a blunder. Looks like you did come back to attack. And you surrounded. Cool. Then how'd you lose?
Yeah, but here's the problem. It's a peep against an elephant's eye.
Yeah.
And I knew that. And I didn't play the knight's move because I thought the knight's move wasn't going to work because the black stones were so close.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of hoped that in spite of it being the wrong move for the position, it might have worked. So that, you think that's going to work?
No.
Okay.
You really needed it back here.
Okay.
The problem is these 2 stones.
Right.
Your idea was correct though. I think what you tried to do is correct. Problem is it just didn't work.
Right, it didn't work.
This cut right here would be interesting now. Because now the entire dragon needs to live.
Yeah. I was not seeing that danger.
You fixed it. I would say that would be hard to see. If you could see that, I would say you'd be stronger than you are. Checking the cut, but again, you're not reading these through. Yeah, you're playing it before you read it. You have to read it before you play it.
Right, I know. See, at this point, I'm I'm getting desperate. So
Just start in game. Start in game,
Right.
and it's not the end of the world. This is not in game. Second line. This is 15 points right here.
right, I know.
This is actually much bigger because connecting it for black is threatening the cutting point.
Right.
And then there's also the monkey.
Yes.
Maybe even no. This
Reverse monkey.
That's too good to. I don't know. It's still a pretty big in-game reduction. Okay, this is overplay. Oh, just do that. Don't.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
All
saying
right.
this for Igru's sake. You don't have to sack the stone to do it. Yeah,
Right.
you don't have to lose a stone to get that. That needs to be here. You protect it with more points. This is good, but second line stuff first.
Right. Let's see if I get that move.
There you
There,
go.
I got it.
Disconnect. What? Why did you fix instead of just taking?
I know, it's stupid.
I think you thought in your head that when black connects, I have to fix, and then black played locally and you fixed automatically.
Right.
Because you didn't.
Right.
I think you didn't expect G2 to happen. That also means you're playing too fast, though. Ooh,
I know.
This is a nice in-game move.
We were playing too fast.
That one's wasted.
And speaking of playing fast, the grudge match that follows was played even faster.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
some crazy things happen.
I love how fast you guys play, but you give yourself 20 minutes on the clock. Okay, this one was a 10-minute game.
No, wait a second. This is Fisher. It's 10 minutes to start and 20 seconds.
20
per
seconds
move.
on move. Yeah, that's
Yes,
basically 20.
which
20,
is
30 minutes.
yes, which is actually slower than 20 minutes of Bioyomi with 5 times 30. It's actually more
I
generous.
know it's so amusing. You're like, I don't want to play with low time settings. I don't want the clock to talk to me, but then you'll play
know.
so fast.
But you know what's funny about the Fisher time? I've really grown to like the Fisher time because
That's
even
nice.
though I play fast, when I play with main time and Bioyomi, I will end up with 5 minutes on the clock. And, and then I can't count at the end of the game. But now you're going to think this is crazy. But when I play with the Fisher time that you just saw, I'll end the game with more than 30 minutes on the clock. And I've got all the time in the world to count near the end of the game, which is really comforting.
That's funny. But I really wish you would slow down. At the vital parts of the game, you gotta slow down.
Well, but here's the thing. Now that I know how Fisher time works, I feel more comfortable about taking time to think earlier in the game.
That's good.
Because if I can end the game with 30 minutes on the clock, well, maybe I only really need 10 minutes on the clock at the end, in order to feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use more time to think. But now I just have to start doing it.
Mm-hmm. So
But
here,
on the flip side, you want me to play rated games with 5 minutes and 5 times 30, which
no,
will
no, no,
only
no,
speed me up.
no. I think I don't care what you play as long as you're playing games. Like I'm playing in the 5 minute sections for the games that I'm playing. But I have it flexible, so I'll go either one. I actually don't pick because I want the auto match to be fast. So I'll actually
Then
not pick.
there's no more. Oh, there is 20 minutes, 5 times 30. But they seem to think that 10 minutes plus 10 seconds is comparable. Is it really?
This arguably might be longer. I don't know the math. I'm sure they did the math.
I mean, I know that the 10 minutes plus 20 is longer, but I don't know about 10 plus
Yeah,
10.
I'm sure someone did the math and got it accurate or close to accurate. Yeah, I think if you play these, it's fine as long as you're playing lots of games. I think it's fine. But I personally play these, but I'm also a lot more comfortable with faster time settings. Here you missed a nice move to just make the go.
Yes.
Black should back off
And
once since black is winning.
I should have noticed it because I try to be aware of it myself when I'm playing what black played there.
Mhm.
I try to remember to pull back. So I should have noticed it.
Oh, black's playing too fast too. Oh, wow. Big blunder.
So this is how I caught up a little. This is why I only lost by 9.5, I guess.
Yeah, and then this one's a wasted move. You don't need to.
Yeah.
Actually, is white gonna die? Nah, no, it's fine. Hmm. Here.
Oh, right. Of course.
Okay, this is big. Good. Oh, take first. That way you have the throw in stuff later.
Right.
Okay, so now black does it, huh? But this one's
Yeah.
actually worse because this one black can Atari the stone for the ko, and the top left black couldn't do that. It's really funny how it's like flipping a coin on if they see it or not. It's the same Tsuji, but flipping a coin on if it gets seen or not. I really wonder if this is better, but I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Okay. Yeah, probably you could have got that.
Yep.
This is a mistake.
I know.
Nice.
And
Good.
Black realized it.
Good. This is a co-threat. We don't need to play that.
Right.
What? Oh, okay. You're just blocking the border.
Right, exactly. Oh, and actually, I was hoping that after the two Dame on the left were filled, that I would get to play H5
Yeah.
and
Setting up
Black
the goose.
can't connect. And so I was saving that. But Black knew and played K10 in time.
That's fine. You got to give yourself the option.
Right.
A little bit of a chicken move for Black right there. No, you gotta let them fill it. Because now you played a Dame point.
Okay. Well, all right. What else is there?
There's here
Oh,
and
I
here.
could play there. Yeah. Right.
So there's 2 points that you could play first. Yeah,
Good trying.
it's fine to try. These, unfortunately, are never going to work. Just not enough forcing moves, and you're on the second line. But it's fine to try. Why not fill Dame?
Well, you know what?
It's Japanese rules, I guess.
We certainly could have. And I'm leaning more towards filling Dame, even with Japanese rules, because of a couple of incidences recently. Last month, I lost a main league game by a half a point when if I had filled Dame, my opponent would have been forced to fill a point. So I could have won that game by a half a point.
I like giving them the chance to make a goose to Suji.
Right. Now, but the thing is OGS still doing this thing where if you play, if your opponent plays and you pass, and it happens like 3 or 4 times, do they still do the AI scoring offering?
I don't
Because
know.
that screws up the filling the Dame if the other guy isn't filling the Dame.
Amaranth says yes.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, because at my level, everyone always knows what's happening. Always knows how to score.
Right.
Because we've all done it thousands of times. So yeah, I don't know. But
Oh, wait a second. F9 goose.
F9, no.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you're not Atari. Still have 2 liberties.
Okay, right. There's still 2 liberties.
Yeah,
Right.
you're imagining that for some reason. So this game, I think, was a very difficult early middle game. But
Right.
in the middle, you saw that the cutting points got really relevant really quickly. And so it's just a matter of mastering the cutting points, which apparently you have to do up until 4Q as well. Yeah, all about these cutting points.
Yep.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
look
so
at...
now go to the last game of this week. This is our grudge match. Or my grudge match.
Revenge match of... Whoa! Oh, that's you're doing your opening thing.
It's my opening, yes.
Nice.
And now, oh, you know why I did that? Because of what you told me, which is that if I played Q17 instead, that it's White's turn and they get the move at K17. And
Mhm.
so I've been trying that.
Nice. How's it working out?
Okay.
Nice.
It's certainly better than me playing Q17 and them getting K17.
This is an odd spot for this stone. Knight's move or just attach to the face. The top right is also getting really big. Try something like that. This is an odd spot though, because if I pincer, you can't make a 2-space. If you're going along with what you and Ben are doing, I want to say this would be interesting because
That would, because then he would have to come in, I suppose. Yeah, that would make sense.
oh,
I'll try that.
P2. You want to be on the second line? No, the second line's not a good spot to be.
Oh yeah, and look at that beautiful Moyo forming.
Yeah, you don't want to play P2. That one's too easy to push down. I chuckle a little bit because I remember myself playing this. Like I think it was like 15 years ago or something, long time ago. But I remember I did these slides a lot. So I still find it amusing. I had to learn my lesson. Okay, nice invasion. Yeah, don't do this. This is endgame. Instead, what about this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jump is really big.
Pro.
Because this is also looking at White's Moyo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Moyo versus Moyo. The line of both players influences the big move. You love this little 2-space jump.
Yeah. Well, maybe next time K15 instead.
For the large knight, you could also consider this one, but it's a bit more complicated. Learn to love 1-point jumps and leaning attacks. The Tengen is a lie. The Tengen has 2 invasion points. The Tengen is a lie. Oh, you attach to it? You don't have to. You can just get
Yeah, I know.
here.
Okay.
You don't have to attach. Ooh, exciting.
I know.
Fun.
This game gets interesting. And
Don't
You're gonna-
tolerate a crosscut.
you're going to laugh when you see what we left on the board at the end.
Ooh, letter works. Oh. Hey, this is a nice little counterattack. Uh-oh. What about your corner?
I'm coming back to it.
Nah. Just just do it now. Do it now. Probably a shoulder hit. That would be a great
Yeah.
time to attack this P2 stone. Like that would get you out pretty quickly. And now look at the attack is completely reversed.
Pro. That is really nice. I like that.
Don't ignore weak grips. This is a bunch of like dame. Well, not dame. It's like 1 or 2-point moves. Really slow. Yeah, that's nice for building the Mayo. Unfortunately, you have a giant weak group over here. This is the last game of the year, apparently. I love how both of you are just ignoring this.
I know.
Whoever gets here first is going to have a pretty significant advantage. Is this cuttable? This is cuttable. Always check the cutting points. No, you can't do that. It goes here. White really needed this guy. This is falling apart very quickly. No, you can't play it. White is panicking. Yeah, I think white panicked. White panicked. This is too soon. Okay, here's this again. Two.
I know.
Well, this is on white's side, not you.
I know. But I'm seeing it. So I came back.
How'd you get to this move?
Well, I'm building iSpace.
Well, you already have iSpace if you block.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you're not building iSpace with a jumper here.
That's true.
Nice catch on the cut. Nice catch on the cut.
Yeah.
I
I didn't have to do that, did I?
If you want your eyes, you do. But the counterattack is technically bigger. But whatever, it's fine. Not dying is great. Now counterattack. Hey, nice. You got the eye and you got the stones.
Right.
Oops.
And he didn't.
Someone's
see
playing
the
too
snap
fast.
back.
Someone is playing way too fast. What? What does this move do? I think someone had New Year's alcohol in them. Maybe. I don't know. This is a strange situation. Ooh, close. It's here.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you go here, here, it's Mii to connect.
Pro.
This way they can go out like this.
Right. But then I can reduce.
Yeah, it's still going to be good for you, but if you can just surround it, surround it. Huh? Why? Why are we tanukiing? We're in the middle of a life and death fight.
See, but I didn't realize that, quite frankly.
Oh, then why are you playing
Because-
here?
To reduce. I didn't, I wasn't, you know how I don't see my opponent's weaknesses. I did not see, I was not looking to kill something. And that was like stupid, but it's true.
Well, the bottom left, you played fine. It's just both of you are ignoring game-deciding cutting points. Why? No, I think you misread this.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. There's nothing here. But okay, it's fine. Not dying is good. That's a nice cut, I think. This one's better.
Okay.
If they go down, you cut. And now they can't do anything.
Right, right.
So this is a
Yeah, that's much
common
better.
in-game punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Plant Jasuji. Problem here is if I go here, then you can do all this fun stuff. But at the end of the day, you're just going to get 3 stones. And do you even get 3 stones? Yeah, you get 3 stones.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff for 3 stones.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can see
Okay.
that, you just go here in advance.
Yeah. Now, I made a mistake here because I should have played this differently. After doing that, I should have played B11, which I
yeah.
didn't do. But then I had to make something out of it, which I then proceeded to do. So you'll see what happens.
Yeah, because this still works.
Oh, I didn't actually make it work with that. I did something else, but
This one's kind of
Oh.
important to see, though. This is your level.
yeah, I know. I should have seen it. It was really bad not to see.
I'm not sure if it's playing too fast or not enough Go problems.
Mm, I don't know.
No, this didn't fix. This didn't fix. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Someone
see,
needs some
I made
Mega
something out of it.
Dragon.
I
Those
made
are
something
squeeze
out of
Go
that.
problems. Is a Guru on Smego Dragon?
What's that?
Is a Guru on Smego Dragon?
I don't know. Ask him. Igaru, are you on Sumigo Dragon?
Hello, Gold. I have to wait for the chat to catch up.
Okay, now look at that.
Periodically.
I ignored that because I was so intent on trying to get something more.
Tunnel vision.
here. Yeah, tunnel vision. So that was really stupid. I should have just replied to that, but I didn't.
Well, technically, it's only 3 stones. So you could
Yes.
ignore.
Yeah, right. But then, of course, the move I made was totally meaningless.
Now your brain is just autopiloting because you've made a mistake.
Right.
What? Careful. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I knew that there was a little.
You guys are teasing me, I swear.
I sensed the danger.
Like every single move but the cutting move. You guys are teasing me. There we go. We finally fixed the cutting point. Oops. 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 In-game Tsuji. Do you see it?
So like K2.
Mhm.
Oh, nice, very nice. No, I totally missed it. Totally missed it.
In-game Tsuji. Sometimes it's one of those you have to die to learn. You have to die to it to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said E13 instead of E14. Ooh, yeah. Sorry, I was so busy looking over here.
Yes, of course, of course, of course.
So this is
Absolutely.
one of those. This, I think, the mistake here is you're not slowing down during game deciding moments.
Right.
So even I play fast a majority of the game, just because I kind of just know what to do from all my study. But when the touching fights happen, you have to slow down and read. So at this part, I think you got really excited and tunnel visioned. But
Yep,
you
no
at
doubt
this
about
point, it's really important to slow down so you don't miss these. Because imagine I told you to get onto Mega Dragon and do level 4 puzzles, but you only have 3 seconds to solve them. That's what happens if you're playing 2 seconds, 3 seconds a move, is you're relying on your 3-second reading, which isn't
Right.
good enough.
Yeah,
But if you give
especially
yourself
not-
5 to 10 seconds, you can find a
Actually,
lot
not
of these.
when you've got 20 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of these you can find just by slowing down.
Right.
Here was another one.
Okay. That's great. That is good.
Basically, the lesson of the day. This 2-2-2 shape right here is a nightmare to have. It's a terrible shape. It gets cutting points everywhere, and you see the amount of Tsujis that comes out of it. Here's another one. The snapback.
Oh, wonderful. This game
This is a
full
ton of
cool
Go
stuff.
problems.
Yeah.
Just in
You
this
can
section.
Feel free to harvest them.
Oh, that's so interesting. No, I have thousands of Go problems. I don't need new ones exactly. There are several categories that I want to make, but I don't know, it's just so low on my priority list.
What I really ought to do is to put these into AI Sensei, that where you can
Mhm.
do the remember thing.
I mean, if
And
you turn these into Go problem SGF files, like I can upload them and then they can just go into the unsorted. But I don't have the time to turn these into Go
yeah, I know.
problems.
Yeah, you've got plenty of stuff.
Yeah, for uploading Go problem SGF files, it's literally I select like 300 SGF files at a time, and I drag and drop them into my website. That it's gotten to the point that I can drag hundreds of Go problem SGF files into just Sumago Dragon. Versus when it first started, where I had to manually make the SGF file one stone at a time, and I was like proud when I got it to 1 minute per Go problem, and then eventually got it to 10 seconds per Go problem, and now I'm like hundreds of Go problems in like 30 seconds. I have made that process incredibly efficient. You're not an Atari yet. Until you're an Atari, don't fix.
That's right. Yeah.
Wait, that's kind of funny. Like, it's true, Tanuki's still good here, but then why'd you respawn the first time? Okay, Yep, very good. Good, perfect response when you don't have it. Yep, perfect. Why responded perfectly there? Yep, that's fine, that's fine. Ah, chicken move. Chicken move.
Okay, you do realize I've counted the board.
Well,
No,
you're black. You're black.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry about that.
Does H11 kill K13? K13, H... I don't know. There's probably a lot of Tsujis in there. Yeah, okay. I was wondering if you were going to get to that move.
Okay, now here's the funny part. This is the funny part. Because when I played T9, I thought, oh, well, he can't T8. And then he T8.
Oh my gosh.
And I just answer it. And not only that, but he doesn't answer either. And then we Tanuki it, and it's on the board at the end of the game. It's just hilarious.
Oh, man. I don't know how to get you to slow down, but this just can't happen. You can't do that.
It's hilarious.
Oh, you know you're playing fast.
I mean, it's shameful for both of us, but it's an observer pointed it out at the end.
Oh, you never realized. You never realized it.
No. At the end of the game, an observer pointed it out, and it was hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize it was just. I thought it was just one move you both forgot. No, literally the entire rest of the game.
Yeah. Never came back to it. Never.
Okay. So maybe we should go back to my 20Q notes. Here's how we count the liberties.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
It was just just a bad game in terms of going too fast and
A lot of
not
kill
thinking
problems. Okay, I'm gonna assign you 100 capture problems for that.
100 what?
Capture stone problems.
Right.
You
Okay.
can't miss that. The in-game Tsujis were the second line cuts. Man, I really wish we had more in-game kill problems.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, are they only categorized as endgame? They're not like, I know you
Those
can
would make
only,
fantastic in-game
I know
problems.
you can only categorize things as one thing, which is unfortunate. Oh, you want me to do all the end games?
No. I'm seeing what we have. Because I would love to see more second line stuff. It looks like I only got the monkey jump stuff. Yeah, here's one, but it's below your level. Yeah, we need more second line.
Hmm.
There's one.
Did Did you change the color of the stars? They show up red for me unless you
Okay,
change.
so this is an old feature that I really need to fix. I just completely forgot that it's there. This will change colors depending on what dragon you have equipped.
Oh,
So if you equip a red dragon, the stars will be red.
yeah. My stars are red.
So I have a gold dragon, so they're gold. Technically, this is a feature that I need to fix because it affects the visual theme, and
Right.
it's not really that important. But back in one of my testing ideas, I had the entire main color of the website changed depending on what dragon you had equipped.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it was a cool idea, but design-wise, I just couldn't get it to work. Yeah, so here's one. Mm, mm. Yeah, that's the monkey jump. Yeah, we just don't have enough second line stuff. Yeah, there was two in-game go problems. Oh, here's one. There's the same one though. Like you have to
Yeah,
go out.
I would recognize that.
But you guys had two in-game problems, and I don't think they're in here. Ooh, here, would you recognize this one?
Well, let's see. The thing is, the one stone's in Atari. Now, uh, um, I guess maybe I probably wouldn't, except I know it's an end-game problem. So it's probably not as simple as playing R1.
Yeah, so the answer is to double Atari like that.
Right. Okay.
Okay, let me see what it looks like. You're about level 3 with these. Let's narrow this down to in-game 3 and 4, and let's see what we got. That one's pretty simple. That one might be a good fresher, but I don't see messing that one up. Isn't this just a life and death problem? This is an in-game problem. Ah, I'm putting that on mutual play.
What are you calling it? Mutual
Seki.
life. Yes. And they called it, whoever sorted it called it endgame.
Yeah. I might still have you go through these because I think it'll be beneficial regardless. It'll get you thinking about the endgame.
Right. So, let's see, you did level 3 and 4. You're doing level 3 and 4 here. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't look like we have the ones that came up in your game, unfortunately. But we do have some nice in-game puzzles. Okay. I think that'll work for that. So we're gonna do 53 and 4. We'll do level 3 and 4 in game. And then I'll also add in 50 Squeeze because a lot of Goose Tsuji and in-game stuff comes from Squeeze plays.
Okay.
So we'll add that in there. And I think that's good. That and capping moves. When you are attacking, the capping move is an option to remember. Speaking of Mega Dragon, do you use it on desktop or mobile?
I use it primarily on desktop, but I do also use it on mobile sometimes, especially when I'm doing the problems that are like in categories. And one of the things I've started to do is when I'm watching stuff that isn't Go related, like a series or something like that, I'll have my phone in my hand and I'll be working on Go problems while I'm watching video,
Nice.
which is kind of cool because like I can pause and look at the video when
Mhm.
it's important, but I can like just listen and do Go problems sometimes when I don't really feel like I need to watch the screen. So I can get in more Go problems that way.
Yeah, nice. I need to do more Go problems. I started doing a little bit, but I definitely need to do more.
Ben has made doing Sumigo one of his 2025 goals.
Oh, get him on some Go Dragon. He has his own
Well,
code and everything.
yeah, right. Yeah, he's got a code that if he gives that to somebody, it's like a reduced.
Yeah, I think
What is
it's
it?
50% off your first month if you use BenQ.
Yeah. So then the person who's subscribing gets 50% off, and BenQ gets something too, right?
Yeah, I think I give Ben $5, but honestly, people don't usually use the code. So what I've been doing is for the streamers who like mostly just page edicts, but actually pay Paige cash value because she uses Sumigo Dragon every single stream, and then she streams several times a week. And I've been keeping an eye out. Ben just doesn't stream enough. Otherwise, I would give him just a cash
No.
payout.
Yes, he doesn't, and that's going to improve. But right now, it's once a week.
Yeah, if
And
he streamed more than he does and was talking about Sumigo Dragon on every stream, then I would just pay him cash. Like instead of like the $5 per code usage, I would just be like, hey, just talk about it every stream.
yeah.
I need to sponsor Bats again now that I have a little bit more money. Spats and Paige are the two people I sponsor at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Bats won't freaking use it though. Oh, he's a little traitor.
I tried to get you a new student when they mentioned Sumigo. I mentioned Sumigo
Yeah,
Dragon.
I saw that you were trying to make a sale on the Discord.
They mentioned it cost money, and then I pointed out that they can get it for free with the packages, which is actually a great deal. Really good.
I like to think so. I'm trying to figure out how to explain to people who are used to not paying for things for Go. That I'm trying to like get over that I don't want to pay money for Go things, to be like, hey, this is a Sumigo that's so good that it's worth money. It's really hard to do though.
Unfortunately, there are a number of free things available for people. So, and that's why giving it with your lessons is good, because it benefits you because you can give homework with Sumigo Dragon and know that they'll be able to do it. And it also might encourage people to actually take the lessons. And then once they're hooked on Sumigo Dragon, even if they stop, maybe they'll want to keep paying for Sumigo Dragon.
Speaking of lessons, I need to do a deal, another deal this month, because we're moving next month and I want to do a moving special. Now, I was thinking maybe doing a 10 lessons and lifetime Sumigo for like 500, or a buy one get one free lessons that come with the Sumigo Dragon month for every lesson.
Well, buy one get one free with Sumigo Dragon would be good. That would be excellent. That's probably better than anything you've offered before. And the thing is, if you make it, the lifetime thing is fine, but then it's a really big expense at once, and it would be really hard to get people to do.
Sold a lot on Black Friday though. I'm like, I can't decide which one's better, because the lifetime is actually worse for me long term, but it is nice up front when I need like the upfront capital for like moving or something. So there's like pros and cons to it, but technically I would love for everyone to be on the subscription model. Because after like a year or 2 years, I'm already making more than I would for the lifetime. But the Black Friday, I made several people upgraded to lifetime, so that was nice.
Actually, lifetime turned out not to be a good deal for me after you decided to give it away with lessons.
I'm sorry. I just realized that.
But that's okay. Consider it a donation.
I appreciate
Oh,
it. I never thought about the fact that I was
well,
taking
you know
value
what?
from you.
You know what though? Since I'm technically earning a subscription every month with my lessons, maybe I could give a subscription to somebody
Yeah, if you
as
want
long
to
as I'm still
donate,
taking lessons.
if you want to donate like a month to someone, or like 3 months to someone every 3 months, or a month to someone every month, let me know and I can happily give it away to other people so that way they can try it. And I'll just be
Yeah.
like, whatever they have an account, I'll just be like, okay, here, just tell me what your, just they have to get a free trial. When they're on the trial, I just go in there and like give them a month's worth of credit. So once they're
Yeah,
signed up,
okay.
they can have a month's credit.
That would be a good way to do it because then somebody would get the month that I've earned,
Yeah.
plus you'd get the benefit of somebody trying it
Hmm.
for a month and maybe deciding to stick around.
Yeah, feel free to give those away if you want, because you deserve the value too.
Okay.
Speaking of this though, I have another page that I can't decide if it should be the main page or not. So I have two looks right now. Can you see the look?
Oh yeah, I see
So this is
cute
a,
cute dragon on a cloud.
yeah, so rather than a social feed, I have a dashboard which gives you the main links right here and then gives you your own data right here and your graphs right here.
Very
And I'm
nice.
debating which one would people benefit from more as a landing page.
Hmm.
Which one do you think you would rather see?
Okay, so this or the other one,
Yeah, so
the
this
one
one's
that currently
the
exists.
social feed, and then this
Uh-huh.
one's the dashboard.
Well, the only problem with doing the dashboard is that when will they really see the social feed? If they if they come to the dashboard, they're not going to notice the social feed.
Right. So here, the thing with this is built, but I don't exactly know where I should put it because it's not being used enough
Uh-huh.
to justify not giving you guys more value here. But on the flip
Yeah.
side, like you're saying, that means it wouldn't be hardly used at all. Like I'd be making it worse.
Right.
But I give you guys more data instead of the social
Yeah,
feed.
I kind of like you know what? If you could put you've got campaign, you've got play, and
Hmm.
if underneath it you can make a like a really big button for social feed, then it would be prominent and people might go to it.
Maybe like a tab right here for like um what would you call this
No,
data
no,
crap?
right at the top. Go back to the top. Okay, you see the campaign button, the play button?
Mm-hmm.
Put one right under it that says social feed.
That's too many too many
Too many things in one place.
what do you call these, primary
Place.
button, primary action buttons or something like that.
Right,
Like the
that's
fact that I
one.
have two is already like a lot. Typically,
Right.
call to action, that's what it is, call to action buttons. Typically you want one call to action button, and sometimes you can get away with two because you either want to solve puzzles or you want to play games, right? So sometimes I can
Okay.
get away with two, but having a third one as a main call to action that's as important as playing in campaign, it's probably going to be too much. I think what I might do is what you suggested though, and have a tab. And if it goes right here, I could have your dashboard or data or whatever, and then another tab that says social feed, and then just have this be the main one and the social feed be another tab. That
Okay.
might work. Yeah, I can do that. I really wanted to show you guys this stuff more. I think a lot of people don't know that this exists. This mistake tracker. It tracks your
Right.
mistakes. Do you use this?
I have not. I've pretty much been focusing on the customized problems.
Gotcha. This one basically tracks which problems you've messed up recently. Um, and then you can generate a practice list based off of these.
Oh, that's pretty neat. I
Yeah.
like that.
It doesn't work with Puzzle Rush though, because Puzzle Rush you would get a lot of level 0 just from going too fast. And this is, so you have to do something besides Puzzle Rush, which customized practice does. So this will give you like your recent 100 mistakes and graph it out for you. And then from your recent 100 mistakes, you can either load the mistakes or you can generate a practice list based off of the data.
So
Um,
if you generate a practice list,
mhm.
how many problems would be in the practice list?
I want to say 50, but I can just click it and see. Does it not work on the dashboard yet? I bet you it doesn't work on the dashboard yet. So right now it's on the stats page. But I want to say it's 50. Yeah, so this is really big on this page though. Generate practice list, problem, user list, yeah. So what it does is it takes like the top 2 categories and the highest level, and then bases, creates a list, yeah, 50 problems
Okay.
long based off of the top 2 mistakes and your peak, like right in here, level. So this should be 3 and 4 or just 4? Yeah, 3 and 4 it looks like. This is for me. 3 and 4, and then life and death, making life, taking eyes, because that's apparently my biggest weakness according to my data. I hate life and death. Okay, so we've gone over both the Ikaru games.
Okay. And
We can look at this one. It's 13 and a half. It's a
you can
10K.
do that if you want.
Da, da, da. Okay, let's try it again. Da, da, da.
I'm
There we go.
wondering. Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe I had the wrong address or something.
Yeah, I didn't even think about checking that. I was like, normally this loads faster.
Okay, so my opponent is playing Chinese.
I see you, Ikaru. Well, they were trying to play Chinese. Now they're not. Yeah, this is what you don't want to do in the Chinese opening. See how many stones are on the 3rd line?
Right. Now, the thing is, instead of playing D2, they should have played K4, right?
Basically, this should be on the 4th line. This should be on the 4th line, and that should be a jump.
Right.
And then that should be here. That's more Chinese opening looking.
Right.
Yeah, there's about 4 moves wrong with this opening already. Hey, yeah, you learned the attachment. Okay. Here's really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really good at defense, but you're really missing the Aji of your opponent's stuff.
Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm,
That's what everybody tells me.
Push
And I
towards the
still
wall.
haven't figured out how to see it.
Slowing down probably will help. Putting. A little bit ugly.
Yep.
Hey, you saw it.
Yeah.
Sure. Nice. We're attacking the weak group. Always throw a stone in just to see what they do.
Okay.
No, keep attacking the weak group. You can keep surrounding it. Were you attacking here, or were you just developing?
It was probably developing.
I really wish you were attacking.
Yeah.
What about this one then?
I'm not sure.
You're not attacking. I don't know what this move does. You don't need another move. Everything's connected now.
Right.
Nice Tanuki. Here, I think you're developing, which is fine.
I am.
You
I'm
shoulder
developing.
hit when you're 2 spaces away.
Oh, okay.
When you're 2 away instead of 1 away, you shoulder hit.
Okay.
And then it's like that.
All right.
You don't need to respawn. But okay. Bush to fix the wall. The wall
Yeah,
still has
I know.
openings.
Yeah, AI was screaming about that.
Uh, this is a little bit of an awkward relationship. This
I
sort of
know.
fat, awkward elephant. So a large knight's move would have been better.
Right,
Or a peep into a knight's move.
right.
I still want to check cutting point. 2 space jumps have cutting points. Can I help you, Kat? I'm trying to work. Okay, you're building quite nicely. Yeah, you really gotta get to this move.
Yes, I found out later that I should have done that. I mean, AI, I eventually came back to it, but AI wanted it earlier. You may as well just forget.
I know. Wait, why not wedge?
I should have.
1 point
wedged.
jump, 1 point jump, wedge.
Yeah, I should have wedged.
I think black dies. I guess it's a co. What?
Now do it, huh? Now go C10 or
I don't know. It's probably nothing. You could go for the kill, but that is a big risk.
right, and then he's out in the middle of my stuff.
Yeah, but if this dies and then we double it because it's a dead group, I want to say it's close to the same size, and he's still
Right.
not alive.
Yeah, this is mutual destruction.
But okay. Here.
Yeah.
I could understand you not wanting to go down the risky route. So that's fine. I think now you're in endgame.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, but then I have this move. But do I have that move anyway? Okay, Tiger's Mouth's probably fine. When it's a Tiger's Mouth, you want to go -1.
Okay.
Sente is more important. Yeah, you see how they get the Tiger's Mouth?
That's right.
So Sente is more important. Oh.
Yes.
Playing too fast. So this is actually only 4 points. We actually don't need to do that.
Right.
Yeah, we actually don't need to do that. It's only 4 points. Try to fix it in Sente.
Okay.
Okay, good. I want to say black can die. I want to say black is dead. So that means black can't actually fix that.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. No, that one's way too small. Remember, capture, capture back.
Yes, of course.
So 2 to 1, so it's only 1 point. 2 points if you count double it for Sentai, but not worth it. Okay. I feel like we spend more time in the in-game, in the review, than you do in the game.
Probably.
And I'm like clicking through this, and I'm like, okay, what about this one? What about this one? I feel like we're putting more thought into each move now than you did in the actual game.
Yeah. Well, at least that kind of like demonstrates to me what, what I could be thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But what's really mind blowing is I guess it was the second game where I failed to see that there were stones in the 09 area that for white that were in danger. And I just did not see that at all.
When were they in danger?
That's not this game.
Oh, okay.
The second game where, you were asking me if I was attacking. And of course I was not attacking because I didn't realize they were weak. So that's stupid.
I want to say probably you can realize things are weak if you would just if you could slow down. Like
yeah,
when
well,
you're
what Insung has said, and it's true. I claim that I can't see my opponent's weaknesses, and then Insung says, well, of course you can see your opponent's weaknesses because you can see your own. Just you just have to like imagine you're them.
I think the big thing is you have to stop and think, do they have weakness? Once you ask that question,
I know, I should be doing it.
Perigru just subscribed for 23 months. What Insung said.
Perigru said what Insung said. It's just getting out of that autopilot. It's like when you're driving and you go to autopilot on a long trip, but you have to like make yourself not autopilot. You have to think about what you're doing. Mm-hmm. It's easier said than done, but I want to say that's like the big thing is you just got to get out of that autopilot in the middle game and especially in the late game. If you just can break the autopilot, then it's just a matter of asking, does my opponent have a weak group? And you could dedicate like 10 games just to, does my opponent have a weak group? And don't even worry about winning or anything. You could literally just be like, I'm going to ask this question. Every single move for 50 moves.
Right.
And then if you do that, you'll eventually make that a habit. But you have to manually do it before it can become a habit. So maybe we add that to the homework. Play 10 games. In each game during the middle game, ask maybe out loud in your head. Think the words
out loud in my head.
Yeah, think the words. Where are they weak? Every single move for let's say move 40 through 80. It's 40 moves. And if you can do that for those 40 moves, ask yourself each time for 10 games and just work it into your habits. Mm-hmm. Where's my opponent weak? And then every single move you're doing that for 40 moves, I think you would be able to start noticing the opponent's weaknesses pretty easily if you're just asking the question, because you do know what weakness looks like. You just have to look for it. You have to slow down and look for it. I want to say do this exact same thing in endgame as well, but probably we need to work on just one thing at a time.
Yeah. The weakness of the opponent is the absolute worst. My failure to see that is the absolute worst part of my game. That's
Well,
the
the
big
fact that the
problem.
rest of your game is like 3Q plus, it makes sense that something has to be bad. So if you can
Right.
if you can master checking their cutting points and checking their baseless groups, then obviously you would rank up like 3 ranks, 4 ranks probably. Because the rest of your
Right.
game's already stronger. Because if
Right.
it wasn't, then you wouldn't be the rank that you are.
Okay. So we do have time for
Yeah.
one more game if you've
Yeah.
if you're done with that one. So you might want to do Mendex. Yeah. Mendex and I have we have kind of a little rivalry going here. We have, I think, 24 games between us, and we each have won 12 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the thing is, he's stronger than me at this point and has to give me 2 stones. So it's not really your true
Yeah,
even
but that means you get to attack
rivalry.
stuff.
But what?
That means you get to attack stuff because you'll be 1 move ahead. They're going to get weak groups faster.
Well, that's true. Now, what's interesting about this is that he does AYD still.
Mm-hmm.
And he and I were in AYD together for a while. And he tells me that when Insung gives me the speech, it's that I don't see my opponent's weaknesses. And he said, well, I get the reverse speech. I get the you don't see your own weaknesses speech.
Yeah, that's step 1 of the Classy approach is don't die.
Right.
So here you jumped 3. You want to at least jump a minimum of 4.
Well, there's a reason why I didn't do that. Because in the previous game with Mendex, the last one right before this,
Mm-hmm.
I did jump 4, and I did it twice. And he ended up playing at like N4 in both positions, and like it got complicated. And I said to myself, "You're not doing that this time." And I just wanted to see how it would work out if I jumped 1 fewer line.
What does this
And
wall want?
yeah, it wants to jump 4. It does.
Well, it wants to attack something.
Oh, it wants to attack something.
So how do
Okay.
you get something weak over here? You get them to invade so they're weak. And now you can attack.
All right.
So you want them to invade. So that way that wall can surround something.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do this and they go here, you can cap them.
Okay. So I'll go back to jumping 4 because I don't really want to jump 5.
You
But
are
I'll go
not
back.
making a base, you're making an extension.
Right.
The
I know.
difference is the base can't be invaded, an extension you want to be invaded.
All right. So then basically when I jumped to M4, I was making a base instead
Yeah,
of making an extension.
and walls want extensions.
Right. Okay. And it happened again.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do win this game. I think.
Okay, interesting pincer.
Let me go back and
Why a 2
Oh, I
space instead
can't.
of a... I guess it's fine. Not a huge deal.
Oh yeah, I did win it because this was the first game of the week and I only lost that 1 game this week. So yeah, I won this game.
So you played a base move here, but this is a base for both sides.
Right.
So this one's much bigger. This also goes
Okay.
back to the Joseki pattern. White is supposed to play here, and then you make your base.
Right.
Yeah, you're using your wall to make points. Okay.
Yeah, I did it on the top and the bottom.
So here you're developing the square. Perfectly reasonable. we develop it to attack something in it. So let's see how that goes. This is a chicken move. If I build it up somehow, and they go to cut me, I believe it is a net. And even if it's not, you can just connect. No need to fear this cut when it's a wall. They need support for that cut to be a problem. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, nice evasion. Okay, nice. A little bit of saw blocking, so that's nice. Here, that way the white stone is cut off.
Okay. Yes,
If you go here, white can connect under.
that's true.
If both sides are weak, you're stronger. Hey, you checked their cutting point. There
And
you go.
this, by the way, worked out well for me.
Yeah.
See that?
You checked their cutting point, and it worked out well.
Yeah.
All right, do you check this cutting point? No. Check that cutting point, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is really big. This would be really good for black. This one is inconsistent. You played over here to build up this square, but now you've changed your mind and you're going back to this square.
Okay.
So-
So I should stay with the first square,
Yeah, just one thing at a time.
right?
Build up what you were building. I think you're trying to be fancy. Just do that, and then you can actually cut.
Oh, that's nice.
Even if you don't see the cut, then you can still get sent and do something. Maybe here. Crosscut. That would be really cool. Because now it doesn't matter which direction white runs. Now, okay, so you've gone here, to here, now you're back up to here. Gotta pick a direction, pick a square. Okay. All right, now we go in. Now, what do you think the move is?
I think the move is 013.
Cap. Okay, cool, you played it.
And I played it.
And no, you immediately reversed. You gotta, you go, keep going.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Okay, so we've got the cap down, but now we need to continue.
First move.
Yeah, you were like, okay, I know the next move is cap, and then immediately you're like back to defense.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta surround the weak group. Surround the weak group. No, yeah, you're just refusing to surround. You got the cap though. You just gotta do more than one move.
Okay.
Here's still a cap.
Yeah. Well, see now, here, I'm banking on territory now.
Yeah, you always bank on territory.
Yeah.
It's your favorite way to win.
It's getting pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's time to start in game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to be in here. White's connected, then in game. Remember, if there's no weak groups, then you're in in game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know this move.
Oh, well, I can see now that white can't play R15. So, yeah. Well,
Question becomes, is it bigger than the two stones? Which I think the two stones are smaller. So I think... Nice to know that it exists, though. Okay. Looks like white started in game first. But then immediately lost Sentai.
but ignored the lower right, which I got to give him credit for.
Yeah. A little bit scary, but possible. Good. Sure. That's in the center. That's chicken move. This one's dame. That is cuttable. Because what's the follow-up?
Okay. Right.
And staying connected, very good. Very good. Staying connected. Go this way.
Okay. Yeah, because that prevents that move. Right.
Okay, we're reducing. Good, good, good. Sure. Okay, push. Sure. Careful. Okay, it's fine. Okay. I want to see this move soon. Why not here?
Oh, I could do that. It's
I mean, you were
Yeah.
already in the area. Just there's just one more,
Yeah,
and
sure.
then leave.
right.
Yeah, that worked. Okay. You still didn't want to do it. There you go. You got to it. Okay. Now you can go here.
True.
I wonder if I go right here. White just goes right there, right? Yeah, there's nothing. Nothing. Okay. Huh? Oh, you're looking at there.
Yeah. And not only that, but I did count the board. Trust me. I definitely I would not have played that move without counting the board. I just felt like if I was going to win anyway, why not?
Okay. What about just don't play this move?
Okay. Um, True.
Because there's no problem if that move doesn't exist, right?
That's true.
Literally just don't play it and you've already fixed the problem. Also, the better way to fix would be here if you're going to do that.
That's true. You're right.
So this one just lost some points. This one is dame. Points right here. I love how you spend the time to count to play a chicken move, but you won't spend the time to figure out what the best Sente one is.
It's easier to count.
Well, it's not
by the
difficult
way,
to play the end game, but because we're just playing things that you know. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it.
I'm so good at counting that at the end of a game last week or the week before, I said with confidence that to my opponent, "Oh, you won by 27.5," and they won by 27.5.
Nice. If you paused to find all the end game as much as you counted, your end game would probably improve by 15 points.
Maybe.
Chicken move. What's the goose? Where's the goose?
There's no goose.
Yeah, I think that one is I think that one's pretty simple to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, too scared. You were so confident in your counting that you'll
Oh,
play
yeah.
it, but you're
was
not
super
confident in your
I
ability to
was
read 2 moves.
yeah, I was super confident in my counting. I knew I had points to spare
You want to know why you're so confident in your counting?
because I'm good at it.
Because you do it so much, you got good at
Right.
it, and so you can
Yeah.
trust it. So
And
if
not
you
only
read 2 moves as much as you
well,
counted, you would
not
be
only
confident.
not only am I good at it, but I do not use any of the little things where you like uh do a box and whatever and then add things together. Like I don't like that at all. I count space for space, dead stones are 2, spaces are 1. I count the board 1 point at a time. But I do it pretty fast.
Hmm. I count by 5s, 10s, 2s, and 6s.
Yeah, see,
So 3, 4, 5.
that hurts my brain. I don't want to have to add I do not want to have to add any numbers together. And what I do is I count the side that I think is losing. And then I count the side I think is winning. And when I get to the number that the losing side had, I move to 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I don't even have to subtract 2 numbers because I've already, started to count how much
Mm.
they're winning by.
Funny enough, I'll count one side, then I'll count the other side, and I'll completely forget what the first number was.
Yeah, I've done that.
And so I'll have to count it again. So I have to count 3 times, uh, or I have to count black, white, black, because I'll always forget the first one. And it's really annoying. And I'll even go into it, don't forget the first number, and I'll still forget it every time. And I don't know why I can't remember that first number, but always have to count the first color twice.
That's unfortunate. And do you actually remember the second number by the time you've finished with the third
Yeah, for
one?
some reason. I don't know. I don't know why the second one's so much easier than the first one. I think it's because I'm so aggravated at myself for forgetting the first one. I just drill the second number into my head. But yeah, I think your in game just by slowing down would improve.
Yeah.
If you just identified all the Sentai moves, like if you took the time to find all of the Sentai moves, and just every single time you could, every single time you have Sentai, treat it like you would that you're counting. You just say, okay, here's all the Sentai moves, and then you just play them.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you play them, whatever, several moves gone by, um, your opponent takes a Kote, now we find them all again. And you just do that over and over like you do your counting.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're counting, I guess that you don't want to be distracted when you're counting, but you could look for where the borders could be pushed when you're counting, and then like remember that spot. But I think it's easier just to find all the end game when you're looking for the end game. And that'll be the easiest thing to do. Because you have time. You have plenty of time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just gotta get you to slow down. That to I still love you capped and then immediately went back to your chicken move.
Yeah, I know. At
But you
least
did
I found
cap.
the first move.
Yeah, it was better than the Iguru games. You actually capped in this one.
Right.
Um, questions that we can go over?
No. And we don't really have enough time to bother to open up Sumiko Dragon. You think we have time for one problem?
Sure.
Okay. We'll do one problem.
And we're going to the unsorted, yeah?
Yeah, unsorted. So that'll give you a sorted problem. That's my gift to you.
Nice. Okay, so that one is too easy. Oh, crap. I'm gonna have to click 1,000 times, aren't I? Maybe I should put a slider or something. Because I think I uploaded like 1,000 beginner problems. Because you told me last lesson that I didn't have enough beginner problems, so I went and tracked down
Well,
beginner
that's
problems.
good. But you know what? It doesn't matter if it's easy. We have to figure the category too. So
Um, kind of solving these at a glance while I'm seeing them.
so now basically any of your editors is working from the same pool of problems, right?
Yes.
So then your editors are doing easy problems right now if you think you loaded a whole bunch of easy ones.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Hey, look! Finally, that's something that's not one move to capture.
Okay.
This
Okay.
one
So
I think is simple.
let's see what we've got here. We've got a group of black stones along the top of the board that have 3 liberties.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a group of white stones in the middle that has 3 liberties as well. And so I suppose we ought to just take a liberty off of the black stones at the top and play. Wait, I'm black.
Yeah,
So,
you're always
okay,
black.
I know, I'm always black. It was funny the other day we were doing problems and I saw one and I accidentally played it as white. Anyway, so basically I think G6.
Okay.
And now we just play H6. And now, yeah, we take. So now it's a, um, uh, see, it's a capture race.
Yep. Capture ace.
And it's pretty easy. So it might be a 2.
Yeah, I think level 2 because it's 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. What about this one?
Okay. Well, let's see. It doesn't help to make an I by playing M12 because white can just Atari it with M11. So it's got to be more complicated than that. And the thing is, though, if black plays M11 and white saves the stone and black pulls back to M12, white is able to crush by playing L11. So that doesn't work, I don't think. So I'm having a hard time seeing how black is gonna not get crushed.
Black does get crushed.
Oh, black does get crushed.
But you read further than that.
What's that?
You have to go a step further than that after.
After the crush? Well, okay, so then I guess I'm not seeing the logic of this.
So when you connect,
You're right.
it's a dead shape.
Well, only if black has an opportunity to play at the 1-1.
No.
It's white's turn, right?
Yeah.
So if white plays there, then okay, then oh, I see it. It became a farmer's hat. All right. Yes, it became a farmer's hat,
So
which
the
I
trick
didn't
is to
see.
recognize
Yes.
the shape
Okay.
of the stones is a dead shape.
Right. So this has got to be a level 4.
Yeah, I want to say level 4.
Right.
And then
I had trouble.
I would call this a 4-point eye. Because you got the
Okay.
4-point eye
Right.
shape.
Right. Yes, it's a 4-point because it's a farmer's hat. But I definitely had trouble with that. I mean, I was able to read most of it. But
Yeah,
then
if you can get to here, it's just a matter of recognizing it.
Yeah. And then, of course, after white plays, and you don't have the coordinates on.
Oh crap! I need to cut that bridge because this is correct right here.
The
No,
coordinates are there. Okay. So after white plays at L11, then I have to realize that when they take, they haven't got their two eyes, and that I can play at M12.
It's less
So
about
that was hard.
It's less about
That was
picturing the
hard.
shape after the capture and more just realizing that the clump of stones make a dead looking shape.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like imagine you see this, you know this is bulky 5.
Right. Right.
So if this
first.
got captured, it would only be one eye. And right here is the T4 or whatever.
Right.
So when that gets captured, it's only going to be one eye. So it's just a matter of recognizing that when it gets captured, it's only going to be one eye.
Right. So, okay, thanks. And by the way, we're going to be doing this next week at 3 p.m. my time, 2 p.m. your time. I scheduled it for an hour later than I usually start my lessons because there's somebody who takes a nap in the middle of the afternoon and he'll be awake by 3.
Oh, I'm glad you told me. I would have
be able to come.
totally assumed.
You would have shown up. You would have shown up at 1 your time, right?
Yeah, I would have totally assumed. As soon as I see Buzzsaw, I don't look further because it's just the same time all the time.
No, I scheduled it for 3 p.m. my time.
Okay.
Instead of 3 p.m.
So next week, we want to go over some puzzles. Okay.
Yep.
Any questions about the homework or the? So we got to play 10 games and try to find weakness and then go problems.
Yes, and that'll all be done in time for the following lesson, which would be the next week. So 2 weeks from now, I'll have all that done. But next week will just be Tsumigo Dragon sorting.
Okay. Is that an hour lesson or a 2 hour lesson?
An hour, yeah. And the reason I'm doing that for an hour is so that I can use up the odd lesson I have that I can't pair with.
Others be joining us in a group call?
What's that?
Will others join in a group call?
No, I invited them to observe so that they can chat about it in chat if they want and like talk about what they think ought to happen. I'll never see it because I don't see chat when I do the lesson. So it can be educational for them in that respect. And I also wanted to invite them to observe so that they could get greater insight into category names and category hierarchy.
Yeah.
Because the category hierarchy is sometimes a mystery.
Yeah, it's easy for me because I made all the categories, but also like some problems, I was like, I thought it was one thing, like making eyes. And I was like, oh, wait, no, this is more specific because I've sorted 100 of them, or this shape 100 times. So it'd be better as a 4-space eye, as you saw. So it's a matter of not only did I make the categories, but I've also gone through thousands of puzzles and seen thousands of puzzles. We're like, okay, there's enough.
So you know what you need.
I know that there's enough of these types that it can be its own category.
Right. So then in the process of seeing what other people have sorted, you might decide to categorize based on what you know.
Sometimes, yeah. Most of the time, I just don't bother. But sometimes I'll be like, this is like, if I feel like taking the time to go through Making Life, I'll sort those, sure. But sometimes it'll be like we saw earlier, a mutual life inside of an endgame, and I'm like, this is clearly mutual life, so I'll just fix it while I'm there. So a lot of times I'll just do that, but most of the time I don't double check everyone's work because that would be a lot of work. A lot of extra work.
But in the process of hanging out in Tsumigo Dragon, you might see some that you might question.
And now that I'm doing more puzzles, hopefully I'll catch those more often. Yes,
and as I do puzzles, if I see ones that I question, I will put a comment in the social stream for you.
Okay, yeah. The social feed, you mean?
Yeah, the social feed. If if I see one that I think ought to be something instead of what it is, I'll just say, "Oh, shouldn't this be such and such
Mm-hmm.
in the feed?" And then you can say either, "Yeah, okay, I'll change it," or "No, it's really this."
Yeah, I try to check the feed like at least once a day. I don't always because sometimes I'll forget, but I try to check it every so often. And I know Paige also checks it pretty often. But if it does go here, then it would be a tab, so I'll have to actually manually do that. But I think people would enjoy seeing their own data um, more than the feed. But I don't
Right.
know. I'm not really good at the whole design stuff. I don't know what is a higher priority, but I want to say it'll be good. Probably. I almost have all the dragons. I need to upload more dragons.
Yeah. I've got a lot of coins and whatever, I've got a lot of value on my account. So I should probably be buying something.
Yeah, you can click on the market and get the expensive chest. Also, there's a new Dragons of the Week every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of spent on mine. I went in the negative because apparently there was enough lag that it gave me a chest before it registered that I didn't have enough. And
You
so
didn't have enough
I went in the
cash.
negative by 400, and I'm like, oh crap, now I gotta do 400 problems just to catch back up. So
Oh.
I can't buy anything until I caught up 400 problems. So that was funny. I didn't know you could go in the negative, but apparently I lagged enough that it just didn't register it before it gave me the chest. All right, I guess we'll wrap it up here. We're probably gonna get back to work on our DoorDash stuff and make some money.
All right. Well, thanks
Yep.
for the lesson. It was
Hope you
good.
enjoyed.
And see you next week for
Yeah.
Sumigo Dragon.
See you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
ACID? Is it like an acronym, ACID, or what are we on about? Action. I don't know. I want to say like isolation and durability. Oh, I was thinking like action priority or something. Atomicity, consistency, I get isolation, and okay, consistency is the only one I know of. I don't know how to do the other three. Durability, I'm assuming, is the stability of the site. The best way to study Go besides Samago. Let me upload this and I'll answer that question before I get too distracted. Copy, This is the lesson pod. Let's save. Post that there. Okay. All changes are visible at once. Ah. I want to say the servers are pretty stable because I pay money for other people to handle the server stuff. So hopefully those are stable. The main thing you should be doing is playing games. If you're not playing games, it doesn't really matter how much studying you do because you're not practicing it. So if you're not playing games, it doesn't really matter what you do. But at the same time, it's like, why are you trying to improve at something you're not playing? Right? So of course you need to be playing games. I would spend probably a few minutes to review each game just to make sure you understood the main point of the game. Or if you tried something and it didn't work, you understand why it didn't work. Like in some recent games I've been playing, I've intentionally been playing the 2-space high enclosure, not because I know it, but because I wanted to review the game after and see how it went and see what I did wrong. So always reviewing your games for just a couple minutes at a time. Go problems every single day. Doesn't have to be a lot. Even a couple Go problems a day keeps the Q level away. Then beyond that, if you still have extra time to dedicate to Go, it's gathering new information that can come from YouTube videos. It could come from reviewing pro games. It can come from books, lectures, lessons. Any way that you receive new information from stronger sources or sources that have done the research or whatever, you're receiving information that you don't have to come up with from scratch. So all of your self-study should be reviewing things that you know and sharpening your basics to make sure that you're applying them correctly, efficiently, you're taking your time, you're going through your habit list, blah, blah, blah. And then the studying comes from gathering new information. That could be playing stronger players. It can be asking reviews from stronger players, so you'll learn new shapes, new patterns. YouTube lectures are really nice. Younguseng's really nice for lectures. Books are usually nice. It just depends on what you enjoy consuming. If you enjoy the books, read books. If you enjoy lectures, read lectures. If you enjoy watching game reviews, like on Twitch or something, watch those. Whatever you enjoy, you're going to remember more of, right? But as long as you're paying at least some attention to it and putting some effort in. But you have to play the games, and you have to do Go problems, and then you have to consume new knowledge. Beyond that, playing stronger players than you can be helpful. Like 10%, maybe 5% of your games should be against people stronger than you. That way you get exposed to higher level play. Your mistakes get punished, so you get to understand where your weak points are better. And then whenever you learn something, you need to go apply it against your level to see if you're applying it correctly and whatnot. So like 90 to 95% of your games probably against your level, 5 to 10% of your games against people stronger than you. Review each game for a few minutes, do Go problems every day, and then consume new knowledge in a source that you enjoy. It's probably my long-winded answer. But yeah, if you enjoy Go problems, hope you guys enjoy Go problems. Check out SmegaDragon.com. It's the website that I build. And yeah, I'm the solo developer, and I have put 2,000 plus hours into it now of development, and still working on it hard every single day. And if you enjoy lessons like the one you just saw, you can get lessons, and lessons do come with the SmegaDragon subscription. And I think I'm going to do a buy one, get one free for lessons for this month, since we are moving next month. In order to raise moving funds, I think I'll do a buy one, get one free. So if you want a bundle of lessons, be sure to check out the lesson deal. I believe I got 2 lessons at a time, 6 at a time, or 12 at a time. And then this, for every lesson, you get a month of SmegaDragon. So for the 12-year pack, you would get 12 months of SmegaDragon and 24 lessons. And that would be the 1-year pack for this month. Yeah, I think I'll do buy one, get one, and then you comes with SmegaDragon as well. Yeah, if you're interested in that, please check it out. With that, I'm going to go ahead and find someone to raid. Yeah, I figured Bats would be live. Let's raid Midnight. He's not usually live. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And with that, I will see you guys next time.